Welcome to Whiskey Vault.
I'm Daniel. So this is a rye.
Oh, is this
We did it back in 2018.
Jack Daniels?
Yeah, so
Okay.
5 years ago we did this.
Okay.
But it was one of those we sort of...
Was it, hold on, were we like, it's Jack Daniels, you know, and then didn't really talk about it?
No, we did because it was a rye and that was a little bit different. But
Okay.
I think it's time to revisit it.
Okay.
And we're going to compare it to, this is the cheaper version, it's $23 for this, right?
Yeah.
We're going to compare it to the cask strength. And now we've had a lot more experience with a broader category of rye. Mm-hmm. That's why I wanted to revisit it.
Okay.
Have our rye palettes changed to include a super simple Jack Daniels Tennessee rye, charcoal filtered.
Maybe our palates have advanced so much that we find just a profoundly intricate and gorgeous, just dense quality in this Jack Daniels rye.
That was a very unique voice then all of a sudden.
No? Okie.
70% rye, 18% corn, 12% barley. So that's a fairly high rye.
Yeah, but also it's not as punchy with the herbal quality as
Charcoal filtered still too.
There you go. Yeah. Doing that, the charcoal filtering in there.
But it is
the Lincoln County process.
recognizably rye. Strangely, we've had this thing where it's like, this is a rye, but it's a Kentucky rye. So it drinks closer to a bourbon than a rye, right? This is a rye, but it's definitely a Jack Daniels rye in that it drinks closer to a typical Tennessee whiskey than a strong rye category rye.
Okay. I'm giving it every opportunity to show up and do some interesting stuff, and I'm going deep into this nose.
It's just simple, sort of herbal.
I'm getting
sort of minty.
I'm getting bread crust.
Yeah.
Getting some bread
If it was
crust.
rye bread crust, a little bit minty, maybe even sourdough.
I could see that. Yeah.
Oh, there was another rice whiskey.
And then
that's also
there's a little bit of a vanilla, a thread of vanilla in there.
Yeah, still new oak.
Again, the herbal note is tame compared to a lot of the more classic rye profiles that you're probably used to, specifically like the MGP, which is everywhere.
Yeah, I'm going to try it and see if it tastes as simple as it's 45%, not 40. Oh, hey, it actually has almost a Dr. Pepper note. Like, it's actually got more character in the palate than the nose would imply.
Can I tell you? I'm just one sip in. I'm like, right now, I'm liking Jack Daniels rye better than Jack Daniels Tennessee whiskey.
Absolutely.
I think they have a better rye than their Tennessee whiskey.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, the finish is not very long. It's already gone. But while it's there,
It did this sort of quick unfurling and then dissolved like sugar. Like those little decorations made from sugar.
Yeah.
That when you eat them, they just sort of like.
This is a little Dr. Pepper, some oakiness, a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of herbal, and then it kind of fades off, and it's all fairly well balanced. I like that.
In the interest of saying, well, what if it was a little higher proof?
Oh, what do we got?
This is the rye single barrel.
Okay.
At 47%, only 2% higher.
Sure, yeah.
But
And also it's the variation.
and maybe we'll get a
single barrel.
distinctness out of the distinctivity.
Dude, I would drink that.
Distinctatiousness.
If I'm in a rye mood,
Oh yeah.
I'd pour Jack Daniels, right? I'm taking it.
All right, there's the. Oh, hey, same. So, actually, this one has more herbal qualities to it.
It does. More herbal, more vanilla.
Yeah, this one's a softer, pure, simple sweetness.
I do get more oak on this, though. There's more oakiness.
It's drier for sure. Not significantly better in the palate. This is actually better.
But the finish does last longer on the single barrel.
Oh, I'm burping, sorry.
It does last longer. I'm walking away from this.
$23, $65.
No.
1/3 the cost.
Yeah. I mean, if you're a diehard Jack Daniels fan,
Sure, collect them all.
and you collect them all,
Get
and
the
you really
whole
like
kit.
rye. I mean, it's a single barrel, so there is going to be it's a variant of the thing that you're probably very familiar with. But for that little bump in proof, and it's not a wildly different whiskey at all. This, though, I'm walking away, surprisingly, with more appreciation for the Jack Daniels rye than I had before.
This is barrel 17-2196.
This is Tennessee Straight Rye Whiskey from Jack Daniel's Distillery.
Batch number?
Yeah.
You know, they usually have batch numbers on these just in case they have a quality control issue.
Yeah. We got Revolver Master 4939. If the bung had an auto reading, there's no excuse for opening it for a taste.
Yeah. So there's some efficiencies that take away the fun of things.
An auto, well, it would just be for the proof and for the amount that's in there in the Angel Share.
So what you still don't know is what is the flavor.
Right. So even if there's zero difference in proof and level and whatnot, like it's still developing and maturing.
Or even just because it went up in proof doesn't tell you anything about how it tastes.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, I still get to drink the whiskey.
Yeah.
We have Make 775 daily. To be honest, I learn more from your videos than I do in my school. Nice.
Right.
He drinks and he knows things.
Yeah, but you know what?
A wise man once said.
It tracks that, oftentimes, okay, I learned this a lot in the business classes or in, conference things. Like you go and you hear someone speak and you may get a couple of interesting tidbits, but then you hang out with all the people afterwards and in the conversations, you learn all kinds of insights and things because people talk and share.
To your point, very often those events are a catalyst, an excuse to bring people together where let's talk, let's have a presentation so we're all on the same page, thinking in the same direction. But afterwards, everybody has their own experiences and context and perspectives.
Yeah.
I've heard that a lot. Like one of the main reasons why you attend things in your industry.
Oh yeah.
Like networking events, like on paper,
Yeah.
You want me to socialize for the purpose of
business connection.
That's not what I want to do whenever I'm socializing and hanging out with human beings. But if it's been a really good presentation, really interesting content, and then you want to talk with somebody who is in a similar field
and unpack it.
Yeah, because you're not going to do that. You can't do that with your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the things.
Everyone's like, are you still talking about proofing?
No, it's one of the main reasons why people come to here at the school, at Wizard Academy. So even when they come from different industries, they very often have similar problems and situations and challenges that they're trying to overcome. So even when they're in vastly different fields, there's crossover.
It's a really crazy thing to see that the solution to a problem was the same for a plumber as it was for a jeweler.
Yeah.
And that happens a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Is this better than you remember it being?
Yes.
Okay. I don't remember.
We thought it was simple. Well, and
I think it is. It is, but also, I think because of the Jack Daniel's name and associative whatever. No, I did. I think
I'm more appreciative now of lower proof things. And at this stage in my life, I'm really enjoying lower proof whiskey.
You know what it may be? Whenever something's a higher proof, as somebody that's tasting and trying to pick out the flavors, the higher proof means you do have to work a bit less to find those notes. When it's lower, it's a little bit more nuanced and subtle, and you do need to be able to parse out with more precision stuff that's going on. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love me a cask strength.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't think I was, to your point, ever able to fully appreciate the lower proof things until I went through this experience of just, all right, kick me in the teeth, cask strength. I know how to identify and assess the profiles of a whiskey, determine the layers and nuance and complexity and all that stuff. And now we get down to the 80 proof stuff.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's actually...
Yeah, it's like, oh, I can find those things now, even when the volume's turned down.
This is why when I go to a bar now,
I can still hear the track.
And someone's like, oh, they just have Glenfiddich. I'm like, yeah, but that's really good.
Yeah.
I'm fine with just the Glenfiddich.
How many are we going to circle back on that you think we could probably...
I don't know. I'm not planning that far ahead. I'm planning one chunk of region.
Because now I'm curious. I want to look in the first year of episodes.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not opposed as I pull up my list of things people can get to bringing back shit from 2017.
Yeah.
2018.
Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
My streak of one was broken. If you fight me, I fight for a friend.
You steal me, you steal your liver science.
And if you drink, may you drink
with us.